What's up, guys? It's your boy T, and today we're gonna talk about the TikTok situation. Now, you didn't hear about the TikTok situation, then you live under a rock, because I don't know how you didn't hear about this. But what happened was, the CEO of TikTok came to America. He was like, "Hey, y'all asking questions. Y'all think we Chinese and everything. Y'all think China got control on me. So, hey, I'm gonna come answer y'all questions, Mr. White Man. Do. You know what I mean? Woo, what up?" Then he come over, and I don't think he was prepared for the questions he was asked. So I'm gonna show you one of these questions if you haven't seen it. And yeah, this just tells me how dumb America actually is. And I live in America. It's upsetting. You think if you're so like, oh, China is stealing our information, da da da, you think when it's time to answer questions or ask questions, you be on it. You gonna have all your questions, set up. You're gonna have all your information found out. You're gonna make sure that you're familiar, at least decently familiar with technology. But no, none of these congressmen knew what they was really talking about. I think there was like one congressman, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I just been seeing clips on TikTok. And yeah, I just want to talk about it. So hold on, let me pull it up.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you could answer that.
See, with that one, that's a tame one, but that was the first one I seen. Asking him, does it connect to the internet? Does it connect to the home Wi-Fi? I mean, like Mr. Chu said, he kind of has to. You have to connect to some type of wireless access. That's the only way you're gonna be able to connect to TikTok. So, like, he thinks, okay, that's the answer, that's the question. But he is confused because it is a weird question. It's a strange question because anybody know any type of social media you go on, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you have to be connected to internet for you to receive data. You have to be connected to the internet so you can view whatever the platform is trying to show you. That's the only way it works. Now, I don't know why the congressman really didn't understand that. You think he had kids young enough to know that, hey, that's kind of how it works. But whatever. He then asked, can it connect to different devices on a home network? Now, is that possible for it to do that? Yes, it is. It is possible. Now, I'm not saying that TikTok has it set up to do that. I'm not saying TikTok has it set up to do that, but it is possible if the developer wanted to do that, it really could. But even then, maybe he was trying to ask like an actual intelligent question, but it just came out dumb. And I think he wasn't the dumbest of all the congressmen. But this just shows you how we're ran by people. America is ran by people who don't know what they're talking about at all. But they feel they're smart because they got that thing called money. You know what I mean? They got money. They got, we go with clout. They got connections. They really think they smart when they really not. It's ridiculous how a man like him, this congressman is supposed to represent us technically, represent America. That's a bad representation. And you can say whatever you want to talk about, say on like social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, seeing other people, like Americans do dumb stuff. But when it comes to professional setting, that shit represent us, correct? So why did he not study just a little bit to find out how internet works and how social media works? If you're gonna ask questions, if you're trying to judge somebody, if you're trying to ask questions, see, if you want to ban something, you need to have all your facts and all your information together so you can ask all the hard hitting questions that you really want to know. These people did not give him time to speak at all. I'm gonna show you a video. They wouldn't give him time to speak at all. Every time he would try to answer their question, yes, it was in a, an industry way, like, yeah, no, we don't, but da da da. But still, he was answering y'all questions. And every time he tried to answer y'all questions, y'all try to shush him up because y'all wasn't getting the question. Y'all wasn't getting the answer y'all wanted, and that's the problem. Y'all wanted a certain answer, but when y'all didn't get that certain answer, y'all just wanted to rush them off. Which it sucks. But hold on, let me pull up another thing.
Look at me when I'm addressing you, Mr. Cho. Now, reclaiming my time, my question is, why is it that for weeks on end, Americans were bombarded on the TikTok app with these incessant invitations to play trivia, and then they just disappeared overnight?
Do you see how confused he is? You just asked this man, where did all these trivia questions come from? Okay, Congressman, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He must have never been on YouTube. YouTube asks a lot. Hey, trivia questions like, hey, have you heard of such and such company? It asks a lot of questions like that. A lot of social media is just asking random questions like that. It happens. They trying to find out what you like and what you haven't seen, because they're trying to push those other sponsors that they have. They're just trying to push them out. That's how I receive it. That's how I conceive it. They're trying to push out other people so you can hear about other companies. They might ask you, oh, have you heard about these Ford things? Have you heard about Honda? Have you heard about these car companies? Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, Mario Kart. They'll ask you, about these car companies. And then they'll be like, okay, all right. Or you can just skip them after 5 minutes. 5 seconds. That's all they're asking. They're not asking anything, any trivia that will hurt you as an individual. Like, that was a bad question. And the way he just looks, he's just like, what? And that stereotype how people say Americans are dumb. That shows you why people think all Americans are dumb. Because of our congressmen and congresswomen. That is sad. Okay, so this is another video. I'm gonna just shorten it out. So there was this video that had like 400 and some likes, right, on TikTok, that was talking about assassinating the congresswoman on TikTok. And she was like, why did it take so long for this to be taken off? Okay, you have to understand that TikTok is a huge app. He already told you got 150 million Americans on your app, and that's not counting any other countries, right? So it's hard to police everything that is uploaded on that website. YouTube has that problem. There was an issue when you had people killing dogs and animals on YouTube, and YouTube didn't know about it at the time. You had pretty much corn on YouTube for ads, which YouTube, I don't know how YouTube let that slide, but there's a lot of things that, even though you have so many people working on something, sometimes things happen to where stuff slips through the cracks. It just do. And instead of looking at it like, oh, they're just trying to steal our data, let's just say, for all intents and purposes, China is not stealing data. Okay, so let's just say they're not stealing data and everything, and let's just say they actually do want a good app. There's gonna be things that's gonna happen. Things are gonna slip, just like how Facebook, and they leaked all their information about them Americans, all their personal information about Americans on the internet. Like, you need to understand that things are gonna happen, and on top of that, you take a risk. If you like to use the internet, if you choose to use the internet, you pretty much said, hey, I like the internet and I'll deal with any consequences that happen. I'm not saying it's right that your information can be exposed to the internet. It can be exposed to everybody to see. However, there's a risk to using the internet, and it is what it is. There's a risk to using anything. There's a risk to driving. There's a chance that, yeah, you can get to where you want to get faster, but there's a chance you might get in an accident or that. You know what I mean? There's things, everything has consequences to it. And with these people, especially the congressmen, because another one was talking about children and why does TikTok need to receive camera data for their filters. Snapchat does the same thing. Instagram does the same thing. What's the difference between TikTok? It's just because it's Chinese app. It's not even Chinese, Singaporean. like, what's the difference? What's the issue? And that's where I came to the conclusion that it ain't even about data protection. It's just about them being Chinese. If it wasn't a Chinese app, they wouldn't care. I promise you they would not care this much. But again, there's only so many things social media can do. There's so many algorithms social media can do. There's nothing's going to be perfect. The world is not perfect. Just because you're on the internet don't mean you're going to be shielded by stuff. Your kids are going to see certain things. But guess whose fault that is if they do see them certain things? It's your fault. Don't blame it on the people that post stuff. Don't blame it on the people that make the websites for it. It's your fault because you should be viewing and monitoring what your kids consume. Easy as that. If you watch them, you wouldn't let your kids watch Family Guy. So why would you let your kids just go willy-nilly on the internet? Come on, man. Like, this comes back to parents and guardians need to just make sure their kids are doing the right thing. Make sure that they watching what they should be watching and not what they are watching. So, back in the day, I know I'm rambling, but back in the day, it's my you can't say it's my mama's fault. I used to watch Filthy Frank and iDubbbz and all of them. I used to watch them. They used to be funny, man. But nowadays, I wouldn't watch them now because they cringe now. But there was some stuff I shouldn't have been watching. However, my mama didn't realize that stuff. But nowadays, it's more common, and a lot more people do watch stuff on the internet and consume internet content. So, with that being said, learn to watch your children. Learn to be in your children's lives and make sure you know what they're watching and make sure they're not watching things they shouldn't be watching. That's really all it is. But yeah, that's about it. It's your boy T. I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day at work or school. I know I didn't say it in the last video, but I got y'all. But yeah, I see y'all tomorrow whenever I upload. And bye.